All right, everybody. Hi, I'm John.
I'm Joni.
For Grow, Love, and Expand. Tonight what we're going to do is a live sort of intuitive spiritual counseling or live reading. Kind of let you know what I do, how we do what we do. Like I've always said, it's basically you just talking to you. Depending on how I feel, we just go. Sometimes I use angel cards. Basically more as a tool. If it just sometimes helps with focus, bringing it down. And think about like a card, like you may get a card, right? And it says like answered prayer, right? And that may not be what it means. So it's not really what I'm using the card for. It's more of a tool for focus. It might mean something completely different. Easy for me to say, right? So basically what a reading is I'm the radio transmitter, okay? I am just a voice for your higher self. So your spirit guides, they talk. So it's you talking to you. And a lot of what I do is spiritual counseling. It's more intuitive counseling. It's like I've said in the past, it's to get you on your path. If you're not there, and if you're there, keep you there, right? To be flat out honest with you, a lot of people come to me because they've gone to a lot of other people and they're kind of sick and tired of kind of the bull crap. So they want the truth. And I assure you one thing, you can attest to this. Yeah. I'm not going to cherry coat anything. Because it doesn't serve anybody any purpose. The goal is to get you on your path, to get you going where you want to go. If you're ready to change now, if you want to make a change in your life, then I'm the guy, which is basically you're the guy or the woman because it's you talking to you. But if you're not, then don't call me because I don't really want to, you're not going to hear anything anyways, and it's going to be a waste of our time. Right?
Right, that is true. You won't be receptive to the information, so.
No, especially.
It's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna.
It's kind of like an exercise program. If you don't want to admit what you're doing,
right,
sitting around eating Cheetos all day long, right?
Right.
And I'm not saying Cheetos are bad, but because we don't want the guilt associated with eating Cheetos. But you know what I'm saying is, if you're not honest with yourself about what you're actually doing, then how are you ever going to have change in your life, right? And so I'm not going to be the one that's going to tell you things you just want to hear. Okay?
Like where you're going to find your keys or.
See, I don't care. That's one thing that people have to understand. See, I used to get people come when my yoga student, they would say, "Hey, I'm going to yoga tonight." And I go, "Okay, great. I don't really care." See, because it doesn't mean anything to me. And people go, "That's kind of rude. That's kind of," well, no, not really. You should care about you. Whether you go or not is irrelevant to me. I'm going to still go. I'm still going to do my yoga practice. I'm still going to do it for me. So you have to find your why for you, right?
Right.
Why are you doing for you? No one can convince you to be happy. No one, right? You have to make a conscious choice to be happy. And sometimes we need help in getting there.
Right.
That's where maybe a spirit intuitive counselor comes in, right? Now you say, well, do you talk to dead people? Well, yeah, it's not my thing. I can if they come through, great, because they're not really dead. They're basically evolved beings of us, right? They're more alive than we are, actually. They have a different perspective or more awareness than we do. But anyways, so if you're serious about wanting to make some changes in your life or figure out maybe why things aren't working out, let's have a chat. Let's talk. Let's see what comes through. So let's do it, right? Now it's kind of a little odd because I've read for her 1,000 times, but it is what it is. I just want to get you kind of the experience. So I'm going to use the cards and basically I just start to focus. Okay, this is for Joni, and I sort of go through it. And a lot of people go, when a card falls out, you should look at it. I'm not one of those. Okay, I just messed up. Okay, that's all I did. Not a big deal. If it's meant to come around again, it will. Okay? Right? That's just not focusing. Okay? All right, so here we go. Okay, so first card comes out. It's children. Second card comes out is celebration. And let's see if I can turn them here. You can kind of see. I don't know if you can really see, but oh well. Children, right? So basically the first impression I get, and this is another thing, okay? You want to learn to be intuitive? Go with your first impression, okay? Don't think, okay? You want to be intuitive, you want to learn how to be intuitive, get out of your own head, get out of your own ass, I always say. You gotta, even though I know her, honestly, it makes no difference to me. I can remove myself from the situation 100%, and I'm just going to let the information flow. So here we go. Children, right? So basically what it means is to be more childlike. You're not having enough fun. Okay? You're in a depressed state. See this card, celebration? How would you get depressed out of that? You're in a depressed state, right? And the reason why you're in a depressed state, you're overthinking your life. You need to be more childlike, okay? Be more free, be more just, yeah, whatever. Okay, what do you think? Don't stop yourself from experience who you are by your own thoughts and your own limitations. Your thoughts are limiting your own success, okay?
Okay.
You're in a depressed state right now, right? You know what I mean? And it's funny because you see the card celebration. How would anybody get depressed out of that? But that's the first thing I say. It's like be more childlike. So you're in a depressed state. It's like you're overthinking your life. Like, does it make sense?
Yes.
It's
true.
What I see is a big funk here. Like things are progressing for you, but it's not so much. It's not so much. You're just not allowing them to progress because you're overthinking your situation and your environment, which is allowing your own cognitive thought to get in the way of seeing what's already there. Okay? And so you really need to ditch the logical mind. I mean, you need to work on that. I mean, it's like your number one thing in life, to be honest with you. Like if I was going to say what's your number one lesson, your number one lesson is to learn to be more childlike. And ditch the logical mind.
Yeah, it gets me in trouble a lot.
It ruins you is what it does. It stops you in so many ways that isn't even funny because you like, oh, I shouldn't. Before you know, and it's like, but did you want to though? Like, well, what's your gut telling you? What's your heart telling you? Well, I want to do this. Well, then do it. You have to trust it, right? Because that step is leading you towards another step. Okay, and then you don't know where that step's going to end you up at, right?
Right.
But because you've never taken it, you don't know. And then you're 30 years into your life, 60 years into your life, 90 years into your life, and you really haven't done anything because you've never really taken the steps, right? And people will say, well, how do I stop the circle? Well, you got to get out of the circle because it's just going to continue to rotate. You know what I mean?
Right.
And no matter what you do, people think, well, I'm progressing. Well, not really. Not really. You're learning a little bit about yourself, but there's so much more you could learn see, Jesus and Buddha taught us one thing, right? Spiritual enlightenment can happen in one lifetime, okay? So that is achievable, but we have to get out of our own way and we have to allow.
Right.
So for you, your number one thing in life to learn is to stop being logical.
Okay.
Too logical. Should I do this? No, I'm spending, you know what I mean? It gets in the way.
Right.
It gets in the way. Because here's the thing. Let's just say, I don't know, I don't want to spend the money. Should we go out to eat or go to a happy hour or do this? And I don't know. But you never know who you're going to run into.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's happened 1,000 times. You go, if we didn't decide to do this, we never would have ran into that person and had this amazing conversation. And in the end, all that life really is the encounters that you have with people. That's what's really all you're going to remember. You're not going to remember much of anything else because it's going to be pretty irrelevant. But what it's going to be relevant is the times you had with yourself and with people and how you interacted with them. How was your conscious thought? Were you present? Were you in the moment? Were you available to them? Were you available to yourself?
Oh.
See, that's what's really going to matter.
Right.
You're going to look at those times and go, God, what an idiot. I was in the presence of such an amazing situation, and I never realized it because I was so stuck in my own head about even why I should be here.
Right.
But I never really enjoyed the moment. Right? And that's why being a kid is, they're telling me to be more childlike.
Okay.
And because you're in a depressed state right now, it seems like, and the way to get out of that is to be a kid. Go throw some mud against the wall.
Okay.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Be a kid. And it's hard for you to admit that.
Yeah.
I can see it in your head. I can see it in your eyes. Like,
yeah. No, I want to.
Yeah, but
I see the
you don't.
benefit.
Yeah, but you don't really cognitively believe it. See, and that's where life changes for you when you decide to make the change for yourself. See, no matter what anybody tells you, no matter how, you could have God, you could have Jesus walk down, Buddha, Krishna, whatever you decide, come right down and lift the table off the floor, make it rain in the house. But until you're ready to make a shift, it will not happen. And that's the key here. You have to understand that universe sometimes will push you to levels, and it will push you to places that you have not been before. Okay? And that's the whole reason behind Grow, Love, and Expand. It's to help us become a little more aware about who we are, and that we truly are great people. Inside our beings, our spirit is wonderful and beautiful, and it's expansive. Okay, it's everything and all things. It's more than you could possibly understand. And when you allow that being to come out and play, you will experience more and have more than you could ever possibly imagine. And that's our goal with Grow, Love, and Expand. Our whole purpose is to help or be a factor in the awakening of your soul, of your own well-being in all areas. Because that is truly how we change the world. We change the world through a cognitive reality of conscious thought that creates a generative effect on the entire whole. And within that generative effect, that whole starts to evolve in a way that humanity has not ever seen before. And things that you would think are virtually impossible now suddenly become possible. Things that you thought would never happen in a million years now start to happen. Why? Because more and more people have that cognitive awareness that allows themselves to see themselves as greater than what they originally thought they were. It presents themselves in a whole nother light, and therefore they see themselves as not just a singular unit in a cognitive whole environment, but as a whole unit, part of a collective whole. And that thought is magnified in the essence of all things. And as we generate that thought, that positive cognitive thought in the manufacturing, in the whole, it transmutes all physical reality. Yourselves included, your life, people around you, the world. And some people say, well, I'm just one person. I'm not interested in the world. You don't have to be interested in the world. Changing you changes the world. Okay? Don't look at it like it's this monumental task. Like I have to change the world. We're not asking. You are the world. Change yourself, you change the world. Right? So, with that, I'm John.
I'm Joni.
For Grow, Love, and Expand. They're telling me to turn one more card here, and that is guidance. So basically, divide guidance. So what is that? Trust yourself. Trust yourself. You know what it is that you want to do. Okay? Thank you, guys. Hey, enjoy. I wanted to give you a little piece of kind of what we do. If you want to make an appointment, please email me at jbliss30@gmail.com. Please, my YouTube channel, we're trying to grow that here. It's Grow, Love, and Expand. Please hit the like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share the word. Let's spread it. If this rings true to you, share it. All right. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Love you all. You are great. Have a great rest of your night.